Nature is amazing. Just by doing its thing, it produces all sorts of products that help us eat, drink, clean, heal, build, you name it. Today I'm in Waroona looking at a special type of plant, famous for its honey and oil. This plant is leptospermum, known as Manuka. Local company Manuka Life has harnessed nature's invention and used science to help the plant be more resilient, yield better returns and be more potent. Let's check out how their plant breeding has made for happy plants, happy bees and happy customers.
The reason we got involved with Manuka was the science, and we saw something that was a natural health product where if you're trying to fight superbugs today, they're in every single hospital around the world and a lot of the antibiotics aren't working. And so the ability to provide a natural health product that can fight superbugs that's not a chemical synthetic antibiotic was very attractive. And I think there's a big movement towards natural health solutions and away from some of these chemicals, drugs, as long as the science is proper behind it. The honey is medically proven to take into FDA intensive care units to fight superbugs, MRSA. So they're highly antimicrobial, highly antibacterial, antifungal, antiviral, antioxidant.
The Manuka plant has both medicinal qualities in the honey that's produced and completely separate has medicinal qualities in the essential oil. That's quite amazing. You wouldn't get too many plants that do that. Within the honey there's a compound called dihydroxyacetone, DHA, and that's found in the nectar of plants. That's converted into methyl glyoxal when the bees make the honey, which is an antimicrobial compound. The levels of DHA in nectar are quite variable, and so one of our aims is to increase the concentration of DHA in the nectar and so get better honey and honey with greater medicinal activity.
The key is all about the science, and that's to do with the plant breeding program that enables the development of elite genetics. It ensures that the beekeepers, the agricultural companies have and grow very high quality and quantities of oil and honey.
We originally sourced some of the genetics, the wild genetics. We got the Leptospermum scoparium, which is the actual Manuka plant, and we also got other species of Leptospermum which are related. We did a lot of testing, a lot of experiments on them to find those plants that either had, high levels of DHA or high levels of oil, and then we hybridised them with various other parents. Basically, we take pollen from one plant that we've identified as being a good parent, and it may be one with bigger flowers or higher oil content, and we transfer the pollen from that flower to another flower on a different plant, put it on the stigma, and then we wait for about 6 months until the seed from that cross matures, and we then germinate those seedlings, grow them up, and they're further assessed as to whether we've managed to get the attributes that we're looking for. There's two ways of growing the plants once we identify they're elite. You can grow them from seedlings. That's the cheapest and I guess the easiest way to do it, but seedlings, like any population of plants or animals or people, they'll vary in their attributes. So even if you take them from a plant that's fantastic, not all the seedlings will have those attributes. So it's better if you can to do it clonally, which is either as a cutting, which is quite easy to do, or in tissue culture, which requires a bit more high-tech system to do. This is a plant tissue culture facility, and the plants that are grown in jars here are all in sterile conditions, and so that's really important for when we're keeping valuable material alive. And so the basic system is at the bottom here is this agar gel, and that contains the nutrients and plant hormones the plant needs to both stay alive and to grow. And so we can change those nutrients and hormones around depending on what we want the plant to do. Once they get to a certain size, we'll chop these plants up and produce another jar very similar, and that way we can bulk plants up really quickly. The honey program's been going for 5 years now, and where we've got with that is that we've had an increase in the DHA content in the nectar tenfold over what's found in the wild, which is extraordinary, and we've managed also to fix that attribute so that all the seedlings that we produce now have close to that level of DHA. The number one skill for a plant breeder is observation. So you need to be able to really see patterns and detail. Plant breeding is really that combination of creative art and science, and it's just that combination together that's fairly unique. While it's intuitive, that intuition is backed up by years of experience.
So part of the vision of Manuka Life and the Peel region is to make sure that we centralise the different aspects of our business units in that region. That involves everything from agriculture, beekeepers, sales, marketing, research, manufacturing, development. So the creation of jobs, from science through agriculture to manufacturing to distribution to sales and marketing, is all involved in the development of this industry.
Manuka Life has seen the potential that Manuka products can have in the health and wellness industries. The question for Manuka Life wasn't, how can we grow these plants? It was, how can we grow the very best, most useful plants? Behind that question is a team of people passionate about science and ag tech. They're endlessly curious, always experimenting, looking for solutions, and optimistic that an even better population of Manuka is just around the corner.